Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Lisa Nally Martin, who runs the Working the Puzzle for Autism Walk that's in Lebanon, Marion County. This is the 6th year for the event.
Sixth year, yes it is.
And this is the best weather, I think.
Yes, it was pretty, maybe so. Last year was pretty good as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know how we have divine intervention that takes place, but we're excited about it being a nice day to celebrate the individuals that we have here with autism.
Now behind us, you can see there's lots of booths set up. We're at Grand Memorial Park for the walk. And tell us what's going to be going on here today.
Well, at 10 o'clock, we will be having the kids and young adults that will be coming up, and the individuals with autism will be recognized in a special ceremony. We also have John Thompson here from Shelbyville, Indiana. He is autistic. He's 22, did not speak until he was 8, and he's going to be performing here today. After that, after we do the recognition ceremony, then we will open up the kids' games, a lot of different kids' activities. We also have a silent auction going on with a lot of awesome items that people have donated, and then we have information booths, providers of different therapies to let people know where they can get services for autism, as well as our autism awareness items that they can purchase here as well.
Fantastic. Now, one part of the program, I know you've said before, it's your favorite, is when you do recognize the individuals with autism.
Yes, it's near and dear to my heart. Of course, my son Evan is 17 and he has autism, which is one of the things that started this organization. But it touches me so much because that's what we're here for, to recognize these kids, to make them feel special. And I can tell when we do recognize them that many of them do, because a lot of them may not get recognized for other things. So that is special to me and my favorite part of the program.
Now, for individuals out there who may know somebody with autism or has somebody in their family and they weren't able to be here today, how can they find some information on some of the resources that you have available?
Well, they can always we have a Facebook page, Working the Puzzle for Autism, that they can always send us a message. We have an autism center now here in Lebanon that we have activities scheduled each month, and we post those on Facebook. And they can actually come to the center because we have information there as well and educational resources that parents and individuals can check out. And we're working on a website, so I think that will make that a little bit easier as well, so that they will have another way to access us and have information there as well. But they can always contact me, Lisa Nally Martin, at my email, nallymartin@windstream.net, or call the center 270-321-4360, and we will work out and find out something for them.
And as we said, this is the 6th year for it, and it is a fundraiser, and part of the proceeds actually went to help with that center. Is that correct?
Yes,
but what else did the monies go to?
We give away prizes here today. We give away 2 laptops, an iPad, an iPod Mini, and a $250 therapy supply gift certificate. So the kids get that directly. We also fund our Project Lifesaver bracelets and pay for that, so that kids that are subject to wandering will get that. We also do activities at the center. This past year, we had an autism retreat for several families from Marion County at Camp Horse and Around, and we plan on doing that again in October. And just anything that we feel is appropriate. We were trying to bring in some other programs to the center, music therapy, Kentucky Science Center programs, to get other things here for the kids to do, and we will use the funding for that as well.
And it is here in Marion County, but it's actually for all of Central Kentucky, right?
It is. We are located here in Marion County, but there's really nothing like this around in actually 4 or 5 county area. So we obviously welcome any individual with autism and their family to come to the center, and they can let us know what they feel like they need as well, because we are very open to ideas of what they feel like may help their individual and get that worked out as well.
Well, great. Again, I'm talking with Lisa Nally Martin, who runs Working the Puzzle for Autism as the Autism Walk here in Lebanon, Marion County. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
I'm here now with John Thompson, who is performing here at the Working the Puzzle for Autism Walk here in Lebanon, Marion County. This is the second time you've performed here, correct?
Yes, this is the second time here, and I'm having a good time here today.
It's beautiful weather, isn't it?
It is beautiful weather.
Well, the song that you sang was beautiful, and you did a great job with it. Have you sung that before?
No, this is my first time singing that song, actually. I actually thought that it was a really good song. I couldn't find the lyrics to it, so I'm glad to try it for myself, try to memorize it. And I was able to memorize it in 2 days, actually. I kept practicing it, and I got used to it, so I had fun doing that song.
Now, when did you start singing?
I started since I started talking the age of 8. I started singing. I used to sing Disney songs, like from The Lion King, and the songs I sing, like Hakuna Matata and all that stuff. And I loved kids' movies, and I loved singing songs from Disney. And then I started to fall in love with Christian music and gospel music, and I just love every single genre of music.
You also play an instrument, correct?
Yes, I played the keyboard. How it got started was my dad wanted to take piano lessons. I was only 5, and he failed miserably to play the piano. So he noticed that I had eye contact on the keyboard, so I touched it, and my eyes would lit up because I wanted to play the keyboard, and I taught myself how to play. I didn't take lessons, never.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's all intuitive that you learned how to play the keyboard?
Mm-hmm, all by myself, yes.
Well, now, at what age are you now?
I am 22 years old now.
Okay. So when did you start singing when you were 8? When did you start playing the piano?
At the age of 5, actually. At the age of 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing the piano before you started talking and singing?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay, fantastic. Do you write your own songs as well?
Me and my dad does, yes. He's a songwriter, and most of the songs he wrote was "You Made Me Who I Am," and "Take That First Step." It's like an Autism song, but a little bit of Christian to go with that. And he wrote 4 or 5 songs, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, your dad was saying that you go around and perform all around the area. Is that right?
Yes. The farthest I went was North Carolina. We have good friends here in North Carolina. It actually started at Big Stuff in Panama City Beach, Florida in 2012, and they heard me sing in front of 1,500 people. So they invited me to come to their church, and it was a far drive, but it was worth it.
That's fantastic. So is that what you're doing for a living, is performing and making music?
Yes, yes it is. I mostly do it for fun, but we always get blessings, even after every performance, and I have fun doing it.
Fantastic. And we want to say that you are actually from Indiana, is that correct?
Yep, Shelbyville, Indiana is where we're from.
So we're glad you're able to make the trek down here today for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And this is Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I don't know how many of you were here 3 years ago, but the purpose that we've always had is to highlight different people's talents with autism and what they can give once they tap into what they are interested in. And 3 years ago, we were fortunate enough to have John Micah Thompson here, and they graciously came back this year. And even though he was not here 2 years ago, he provided music for Carrie Fowler and Mackenzie Gadberry when they sang. And John has an interesting story. He did not speak at all until he was 8. And all of a sudden his father noticed that he was starting to play the keyboard, started to sing, and once you hear him sing, if you've never heard him sing, you will know what these kids and young adults are capable of. And it is my honor and privilege, after they drove here for 3.5 hours to get here, just because we asked them to come here, and he was going to be singing "We Will Get By." sorry, he is singing Blessing in Disguise first. He's going to be singing another one at the balloon release.
I know someone who didn't cry when he heard the news about Princess Di. He doesn't care about 9/11, the Holocaust, or John Lennon. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to see the world through his autistic eyes. Ever feels like he's deflected, he's unaware when he's rejected. He can be content for hours, staring at a bit of flowers. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to see the world through his autistic eyes. There are so many special kids, but hearts and minds so pure. Could it be that we're the one who really needs a cure? He loves to watch the children play, but doesn't have too much to say. He rocks himself at night in bed to the music in his head. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to see the world through his autistic eyes. One day with him on my knees, I shed a tear that he could see. And then he said, "I love you, Dad. There's no reason to be sad. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to see the world through his autistic eyes. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to see the world through his autistic